So we're here, and it's time to actually open the box instead of talking about it. So let's actually go ahead and do that. This here is actually, I know what's inside. I'm actually really excited to have it in front of me, and it's been a long wait. Let's open it up. There was tape here, so let's get that out of the way. There we have it, and let's turn it around. And as you can see right here, we have it. This here is the final retail box, a Kickstarter of Broken Age. Well, some of you may know, or some of you may not know, that I actually backed Broken Age back in the day. And it's been a long journey for Doublefine, Tim Schafer, and many others. And the game came out digitally, but the last pieces of the puzzle for some of the backers like me, were that we actually got the retail box. Well, I think it was last month, they finally shipped it, and the thing about it is that it actually contains the behind-the-scenes Blu-ray that the two-player production did with them. And that's why it was actually a little bit late. Let's actually open it up. This here is pretty snug, and I'm a dumbass, because this here is actually the second time I'm unboxing it, because I forgot to hit the damn recording button. But again, as you can see right here, we have the game. We have, of course, some artwork, which is really cool. Can't have enough artwork, especially from this here. Many great things in the game, memories, and again, this, yeah, it's an incredible game. But enough about that. Let's put that back in and go to the next thing, is of course the game. So one of the things that you will probably notice in just a second is that I actually had to do some stuff to open it up. So normally you should be able to slide this here, but this here is actually such a tight fit. And one of the complaints that I have about here is that you can see it's been bent out of shape. I actually had to cut it open here to actually get the discs out. And that is unfortunate, and that is one of the reasons why I will say, if you're going for a style like this here, cheaper cardboard case, instead of enclosing it, and you can see it's a hard fit. You can actually see this here is actually smaller, was glued tighter together than actually this here. Just do a Velcro glue here and let people open it up and then take it out instead of trying to slide it. You will actually ruin the experience, in my opinion. But again, here there is a great part of artwork. It's sliding all over the place here on this here. And this here is actually Tim drawing the first parts of actually the girl and the boy sitting in a tree in both their worlds. And we have, of course, the team. We have many funny moments here through all. And again, we have here disc 1, 2, and 3, where 20 episodes of the documentary is. We have the last disc here, which is the game, the music, and the art. And again, great things here where they and where I dropped the mic, and where you see all these here memories and moments from of course, their production cycle of everything. So yeah, really, it's a iconic a thing that shows off two things, in my opinion: the passion for making this game, and also the passion of all the memories they've made for all of this here, for all this journey here. It's been it was as if people have seen the documentary or the parts of the documentary, they are actually free. This here was pretty much a rock or bust for Doublefine, because they had to make a tough decision where Tim said, let's just try and go independent, and starting off with a Kickstarter where they were the first gaming Kickstarter and made a huge impact on the gaming industry through that. And many other came from there, and again, this year has been in the media of both positive and negative, and it worked out to many things, and many things behind the scenes have been going on, why the game was delayed longer, how they funded and what changes made, and all that here. And that's why they've been open about it, and that's why it's in the documentary. And I can only say I'm happy about getting this here. It's a piece of history, gaming history, of one thing, from where a developer can go independent, and also for where, how should we say that, how things have changed about developing a game, that you actually do not need to have a publisher, or you can actually ask the fans themselves to start helping you out by making your game. And that's something unique that's been happening, and of course there's many positives and great things have come through that. Of course, a lot of negative. People will always try to misuse a good thing. Again, we had many scammers and anything. People will try to make a buck no matter what, and that's sad. It burned out a lot of the potential and many things. But I do not think that people with the right mindset of it, and also the correct way of looking at things, that it's not you're not investing, you're donating money. That's my view of it. And there's and when the money is donated, it's pretty much gone, and you can only hope for the best in people, in the company you back, and kickstart the project and see how it goes. If it goes south, nothing to cry about spilled milk. And if it goes well, then you have the pleasure of, like this here, to unbox and show off maybe a great game, or have be a piece of history, to have been able to help for something great. This here is not the first Kickstarter that I've backed. This here is not the first one that has succeeded. This here is probably the one that people have spoken most about, because of Tim Shaper, Doublefine, and pretty much the ups and downs there's been in this project. I am not discouraged in any ways of kickstarting something. I am not discouraged in any ways of saying that this here is a great game, and it has nothing to do about it being kickstarted and everything else. They've made some decisions that maybe I wasn't a fan of, but again, it's up to them. And I have kickstarted something that didn't happen, and yeah, again, if we go back to all this here, I think this here was, in my opinion, the right decision, and I do think that this here has been for the best of Doublefine. They've learned a lot about it. They've made great games, and they are still making great games, and we are seeing more and more things from them, and they're being successful. Broken Age is, in my opinion, one of a more unique type of experience of a point-and-click game. I'm really biased to point-and-click games. There's pretty much no bad point-and-click game out there, in my opinion, but I can definitely say that If you want something more modern and maybe introducing your kids to it, or if a kid wants to play a point and click game, this here is probably a good place to start, instead of going back and trying to play Monkey Island, Zack McCracken, which are a lot tougher. This here is more forgiving in puzzles, but still interesting. But I think it will connect to more of the younger audience because of the theme of the game. So that's my take on it, and I hope you enjoyed this here unboxing video. Again, I'm Fettouhi. You can pretty much hook me up on Flickr, Twitter, Instagram. And you know what to do about this video here, because if you liked it, you can go down and click that like button. And the button next to it, if you didn't like it, you can hit that. Leave a comment about what you think. Did you back Broken Age? Are you afraid of Kickstarters? Your opinions are always interesting to read about. I'll read all the comments. And as always, just subscribe and you will see more great videos that I come out with. So until then, bye.